start to make sense. Okay, so welcome. G'day from Australia here. It's afternoon here now, so good afternoon from Australia. My name is Stevie Aquilina. If you're joining us for the first time, very big welcome to you. And if you're joining us for relatively the first time, a welcome to you too. And if you've come back to see me, I don't know what's wrong with you. I can't help you, but thank you very much for your support and continuing to come and see me. I'm going to run through a presentation about a very, very important piece of information. This was first handed to me just over 6.5 years ago. And since then, it's been high priority for me to bring it to everybody's attention. I think when you see this information, you'll agree with me as to why I believe it's high importance for me to give it to you and give it to everyone that will allow me to hand over such. The level of importance of this information is incredibly high, simply because the level of impact that it's having in people's lives is significantly deep. This is having a true impact in bettering people's lives, improving people's lives, giving people their lives back in very, very significant ways. And so, of course, felt compelled to bring it to everyone in my life who was significant to me. But I have a love for everybody. I just love people. So that's why I really love seeing the chat go off here, and so happy to see you all talking with me there. And so I feel compelled to bring this to everybody's attention as I'm bringing it to yours today. So I really appreciate your time. Let me share my screen here and we'll jump into it. So as I said, my name is Stevie Aquilina, in case you couldn't tell by my Crocodile Dundee accent. My family and I live in Australia. We are originally from Sydney, Australia, but now we live on the Gold Coast in Australia. And that was really a dream come true, and we can make that happen. Feel very blessed and grateful for my life and my family, and also the income and time and freedom that I now have that allows me to enjoy a really good lifestyle with my family that's also taken us to many parts of the world that were once upon a time way too far out of our reach. But to be honest with you, the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I came from, excuse me, a very difficult childhood. I was a very difficult child, awkward, weird child. It was probably difficult to parent and raise me and school me. I never made the grades in school. But out of anything that I didn't get a good head start in regards to my upbringing, probably the worst thing that ever happened, might not have thought that when you looked at it, but to me, it was by being told by very prominent people in my upbringing that I was stupid and useless. On a daily basis, I was told that to my face. And, you know, when you're told something often enough, you kind of start to believe it. And so I later became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout. And I was hanging out with the wrong people and doing the wrong things. And my life was just way off track right throughout my teens and 20s. And with that kind of thinking and not giving myself a very good head start, when I did try to stand up and fly right, I had more than 20 different jobs in far less that time. More than 20 different jobs. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney, notorious for all the wrong reasons. There was a lot of fun there, but, you know, probably not a place you wanted to be. Had big dreams. I wanted to be, do, and have more. I really wanted to give more, actually. I wanted to be doing something more significant for others, but I had little self-esteem. I didn't believe in myself, and so I did little with my life. Physically, I have always been athletic, even to right now, mainly in very old, very ancient, actually, martial arts. But back then, you wouldn't have known it looking at me, but I had health troubles. Autoimmune diseases, inflammatory diseases, severe skin, respiratory and gut diseases most of my life, and lots of very bad injuries from these very hardcore martial arts as well. Now, financially, I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs. Now, this carried on even after I met my future wife, and even after we got married together, and even after we had children, I had hopes going nowhere. I had no prospects. I had no financial security. I had no financial dignity. Geez, I don't know what she saw in me. Look, so behind. I've had the phone, electricity, and gas cut off. I've not been able to run my car on anything more than just the fumes of petrol. I've not been able to make the rent, and I've been evicted. And again, I mean, no financial dignity, not just because this stuff is bad on its own, but, you know, I was doing this to my wife and children as well. Now, I always believed in possibilities, but I doubted my potential. And so I was trapped and unfulfilled and unhappy and frustrated, unable to be who I wanted to be. Now, again, the turning point that got me out of, being in the wrong places at the wrong times with the wrong people, doing the wrong things, I met the girl of my dreams. And right then and there, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. Now, turning point for me was she believed in me when I couldn't, always told me that I was more when I wouldn't. And I guess when you're told something often enough, right? Now, also, what's furthered me along in this turning point significantly is being introduced to this company with its life-changing breakthrough, with its life-changing opportunity, and with its life-changing training. The company leaders are extremely successful people. They believed in me too, but more importantly, they've taught me how to believe and become more. And so today, instead of like before, having all of these health and wealth and money problems, I've solved them. And I have the honor of helping others to solve them too, with this life-changing breakthrough and life-changing financial opportunity. And so now, instead of financial insecurity, indignity, and being embarrassingly broke, I now have dignity and can hold my head high. Instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, and frustrated, I now have more, but more importantly, with the ability to believe and become more and give more, because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. And so now I want to do nothing less than spending the rest of my life bettering people's lives in any one of these life-changing ways too. So what I'm going to share with you first is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Now, medical experts say this is a great breakthrough, not me. I mean, I agree, but it's them saying it, not me. They say that this is a breakthrough greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin, which were healthcare history-changing breakthrough discoveries. Now, for 2 decades, science had declared that what you're going to learn about today was impossible. However, this today is known to be a breakthrough with enormous potential, and that's proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. This is an extremely advanced breakthrough, which is considered to be 15 years ahead of its time. And any health goals or challenges you can think of, remarkable results, and drug companies wanted it shut down. I'll tell you more about that a little later, though. Before I tell you what this is, let's get clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond anything you're seeing on the screen right now, at least what I could fit. It goes well beyond drugs or nutrition, what you're going to learn about here today. You're going to see something that goes well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you on the next slide is an entirely new frontier in science. And it's truly groundbreaking, and it's category creating, and it is a real deal healthcare breakthrough. Okay, so here it is. This is the Redox, Redox cell signaling technology, and it contains active redox signaling molecules. But what are those? What are these redox signaling molecules? Well, they are made by your cells. Redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're in your body. They're made by your cells, as I said. And they are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication, and therefore your cell-to-cell operation. And I mean everything, all the way down to your genetic expressions in a very positive way. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself. And this happens by redox signaling molecules, as their name suggests, sending signals telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, repair unhealthy cells, and replace damaged cells. That is how your body is empowered to heal itself. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Bottom line is, redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning at optimal levels. Why is this so important? It's extremely important. It's the first and utmost important thing that may happen in your health, because we are all made of cells. We live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells, healthy body, healthy life. So redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. Your body runs on them. They are essential for the activation and function of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, whether it be biochemical, physiological processes, all of it critically depends on redox signaling. Critically. Because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more mere seconds. You can live longer without food. You can live longer without water. You can live longer without oxygen. But within seconds, you will die without your redox signaling molecules. Life just ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, what's the importance of ASEA? Why do we need to take this technology that's going to put more redox signaling molecules in our body? What's the importance of that? Well, when we're born, we make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy. Have you ever noticed how they can run around all day and not wake up sore the next one? Have you ever noticed how they bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness? However, as we age, and along with stress and poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults that we run into, our cells break down. And our body's ability to make redox signaling molecules also breaks down. And so without making as many of these redox signaling molecules, we're not having as clear cell signaling going on. And then our whole cellular function and protection and healing process becomes slower. Our cells then therefore break down more and more. And so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality to boot, right? So ASEA takes science seriously. I just want to say they are highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities and world-leading laboratories, not made-up studies, real medical studies, that ASEA allows these outside and independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling technologies, to demonstrate the safety, to demonstrate the efficacy, and to certify ASEA redox technologies as safe and effective in everybody. Now, ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science because redox biochemistry is based in Nobel Prize winning research. This was a very big discovery. The first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of a signaling molecule. There have been a total of 16 redox signaling molecules that are in existence that have been discovered, and with multiple Nobel Prizes being awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published in the National Library of Medicine, and if you were to type in redox signaling in the search bar there, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling. This slide's already way out of date with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. So according to medical researchers, as well as reported in the Huffington Post, who specifically wrote about ASEA in this article, as other mainstream media has published and even put on televised as well, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are now global medical conferences being held about redox. Medical students in medical schools are studying redox. Medical doctors are specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. Now, as for ASEA around all of this, we're already light years ahead. ASEA redox users already today, right now, while everyone's still trying to learn about this and catch up, they enjoy cell signaling benefits, which translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's just one example. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested and shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways. And in other words, affect your genes that improve immune system health, that help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, that help maintain, oh, what happened to the screen here? Hopefully you're not seeing it like that. You are. What's going on here? Okay, interesting. Well, this one says improve gut health and digestive enzyme production. There it is. I don't know what happened there. Modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. Now, these genes, in regards to the immune system, the inflammatory response system, cardiovascular health system, healthy digestion system, and hormone modulation system, these are key, these genes, in the health of every individual. They play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Now, moreover from this, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Now, in line with this, in a different study, but furthermore, studies have also shown that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. Now, the head professor of that university study has said that one of the most important effects of ASEA on disease risk factors is ASEA's ability to reduce oxidative stress. Now, that's very significant because all degenerative health concerns are caused by oxidative stress. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven again and again and again to be 100% safe. I mean, 0% toxicity. Why? Because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. That's better than natural. They're already in you. Your body already makes them. Your body runs off them. It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to be able to when it was younger and healthier. So if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young once again, if you have the very good sense to protect your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, etc., any health goal you can think of, redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results. So if you don't want to, you don't need to take my word for it, because here are some medical doctors right now that you can listen to hear what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with ASEA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
ASEA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with ASEA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, I'd like to show you what's possible from the outside in. And that is made possible by ASEA's topical versions of Redox technology, which are Renew 28 Redox Gel and our intensive redox serum. Now, these redox technologies are further supported and enhanced by their complementary all natural ingredients products, our gentle refining cleanser and ultra replenishing moisturizer. But, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's just show you what our ASEA redox technologies are worth with these pictures with amazing health, anti-aging, and age reversing results. Now, lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots and marks, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin being renewed. For young people too, being rejuvenated and improving the quality of life more than just skin deep. More than just skin deep. And even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions are coming back to the proper surface of the skin. I want to tell you a quick story here. This is cool. This is Rosie. The dramatic difference that you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left couldn't be seen by Rosie because she didn't take those pictures. Rosie actually believed that the products weren't even working. Rosie went along to see her doctor because that's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures, by the way. When Rosie told the doctor the products didn't work, the doctor showed these pictures to Rosie, and I guess the rest of the story can be seen here, right? Right. And here's the moral of the story. Everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes. That's fair enough. But Rosie missed the moment by moment changes by not taking pictures. And you may miss the changes too. So please take pictures because that's how you see how it goes. Now, of course, there are lots of things that we can't take pictures of. Keep a written record instead. We have a scorecard with ASEA that you can fill out to help you see the results. Talk to the person who introduced you here and they'll help you get that filled out. Now, some people notice the results like Rosie in 7 weeks, give or take, others within 7 days. Most people can actually have a physical experience in around about 7 minutes. But some people, however, need to apply more product, more time, more patience, generally when there's more going on with their health, perhaps like this lady who is showing her results over 7 months. Now, studies show that redox signaling molecules are all that are in our redox signaling products. Every single redox signaling molecule in existence resides in a bottle of ASEA or a tube of Renew 28 or our redox intensive serum. Redox signaling molecules are all the same. They're the same in you, me, animals, and plants. They're all exactly the same. Studies show that ASEA redox products have an immediate positive effect, as you would expect with redox signaling molecules being all the same. They work in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. Speaking of noticing the change, this doctor did a little experiment of his own on his very own face and used Renew 28 on only half of his face, not the other. Can you spot the difference? But Renew 28 is not just for your face. You can use it on your arms, your hands, your bellies. You can even use it on your bum. These pictures are actually from a study from a world-leading laboratory, very reputable. The study was done because there were many reports coming in from around the world of people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon very strict studies to see if there's any truth to these stories. What they found after just 12 weeks was that there was a up to, if not more than 20% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. When scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover how this was happening, they saw the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. So Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, but for actual healthier skin. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving or too much sun exposure, etc. But Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It goes deeper than that. And it helps soothe discomfort around the body. You can know about that in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, you know, something that is hurting you, something that's sore, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10. Give it a sore score, right? 10 would be maximum soreness. Apply Renew 28 on that sore spot 3 times inside of 5 minutes. And usually 9 to 10 out of every 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of that discomfort or soreness or hurting within approximately 10 minutes, give or take. Now, nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through, and ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity. That is a historical fact and a universal truth. The bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the opportunity. And ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough. That's created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. ASEA's Redox technologies are the world's first and only redox signaling technologies for two simple reasons. For nearly 3 decades now, no one other than the medical scientists who've worked with ASEA, no one but they have been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. In fact, for the 2 decades before ASEA's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was all impossible. Bioagilitics assesses most of the biggest pharmaceutical companies in the world to make sure that what is in products is what companies are claiming is in the products. Bioagilitics does the same assessment with ASEA to certify that we do have redox signaling molecules in our redox products. We're not making it up. Now, also, ASEA is heavily patented. So that means ASEA is not allowed to be copied. But ASEA really can't be copied anyway, because there's no way for anybody out there to be able to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it and make it themselves, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA, not in the bottle. And so it really can't be copied. That means we have no copycats. That means we have no competition. That means no one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. No other products in the world has redox signaling molecules in it. And therefore, no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them, because ASEA is redox signaling molecules. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can, because it is redox signaling molecules. Because redox works in everybody. Because everybody needs redox. Because the body runs off redox. Because nothing in the body works as well or at all, in fact, without redox. And because redox can't hurt anybody. And again, no other products can make that claim. No juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, CBD, or whatever it might be, however good it might be, it's not redox signaling molecules. Can't even work without redox signaling molecules again. And so ASEA holds massive opportunities over and above and across all else out there within all health science sectors. This is one breakthrough changing a $3 trillion industry across healthcare and wellness, sports science, athletic performance, beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. ASEA really is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission here at ASEA is to better people's lives and to be a force for good in the world. We cannot do that on our own. And so we look for people to help spread the word. So we personally share ASEA Redox with others. We make people aware of ASEA. Along the way, we find and attract to us people who want to do the same. And so we grow and expand a global network of others, making sure or allowing others to know about Redox too. Now, this puts you in business for yourself. You can be your own boss, but you're never in business by yourself, because together we work to improve the productivity of the networks that we have and can, with you, build locally, regionally, nationally, internationally. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing Redox with others. So if you are looking for an extra income, part-time income, full-time income, big-time income, or legacy leaving income for loved ones, if you have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions, to be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality. ASEA helps you create income that is both residual and leveraged. So you receive a residual income from the first and all of the repeated purchases made by everyone you refer to ASEA. Now, on top, you also received leveraged residual income from the first and all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts and others also refer. Now, because you can refer as many people as you like, and you get paid again and again and again from all of their purchases again and again and again, and because those people can refer as many people as they like, and that can go on indefinitely, that makes your residual and leveraged income potential unlimited. There's no limits to how far and wide these referrals can go. And we do this all the time, this type of marketing. We recommend good movies, TV series, restaurants, cafes, books, whatever it might be. People tell people, who then tell even more people, and it goes on and on. Now, word of mouth marketing is the oldest and still today, #1 most powerful, effective, trusted, and listened to form of marketing in the world. Nothing's ever beat it. Nothing ever will. There's no limits, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries. We've opened up new markets every year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed $500 million by the year 2025. Now, residual income, it's very impressive. Residual income means being able to make money again and again and again from work that you've perhaps just done once. Residual income means being able to be paid on your days off, when you don't work, when you're on holidays. Residual income means being able to be paid while you sleep. Residual income, this type anyway, is also being able to be paid in different time zones from around the world. It's very impressive, residual income, but more so, residual income is important because you have residual bills. Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 must still work to survive at 65. Not working because they want to, but because they have to. They're a slave to the dollar. But worse still, 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. So what's going wrong? What puts most of us on this failing financial plan? What is one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to figure out that the other 81% didn't? And it's probably residual income. It's how do you make money that is no longer dependent on your paid by the hour, selling your precious time for money. Labor intensive or own activity job, otherwise known as active income. That would be the opposite of passive, residual income would be active income, right? Sooner or later, you're not going to be able to be as active as you are right now. And therefore, you won't be able to have as much active income as you have right now because it depends on your activity. And so this is very concerning, especially for me. When I found out about this, my active income already wasn't enough as it was. Now, this is one of the biggest problems 81% of people get trapped in. Money's an excellent servant. It means you can put money to good work to do good things, but it's a terrible master when you are controlled by it. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll be a slave for money until you die. Now, I'm sorry to come down so hard, and I'm not saying jobs are bad, and they're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it, but still find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing. Because the truth is, only relying on a single source of active income is not smart and dangerous to your financial security. So if you want to be smart, if you've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, if you recognize a good thing when it's coming your way, if you decide to take control of your finances, your future and your freedom, if you're someone who isn't happy with the amount of money that they have, or if you're someone who's not happy with how you have to make your money, if you have dreams of a better life, ASEA is a significant opportunity to pay you a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of ASEA's global expansion, which will afford you your dreams and give you that real freedom. Now, there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives, and that's what you get to do with ASEA. Now, you can make really great money here, that's for sure. You can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world. You have a really great time meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences and a great lifestyle. We've got one of those incentives on at the moment, in fact. But really, at the end of the day, it is the effect we have on others that is one of the most valuable currencies there is. And that is the heart of ASEA, and demonstrated again and again and again. But in the first demonstration, it was this. Big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research and clinical studies proving ASEA. For those big drug companies, however, those drug companies offered to pay ASEA huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to this ASEA Redox technology. But those big drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down and to take everyone off Redox. But thankfully, our founders of ASEA, Virtus and his son Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see very grave concerns in such a deal, because Virtus and Tyler saw people who came from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless, to then these people feeling they had their lives back, experiencing life-changing power from Redox. When Virtus and Tyler saw this, They were filled with a great sense of purpose to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so Virtus and Tyler felt they could not in good conscience sell out. And so that's why they didn't. They said no to the payout from Big Pharma and yes to the people and this purpose-felt mission. For Virtus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play for profit had now become more for people. The ASEA founders turned down the huge sums of money from the big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route, so that they could expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone and without a prescription. And one of ASEA's biggest guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is always demonstrated in every decision they make, and that is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. Now, the ASEA founders and corporate teams come from big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They're exceptionally experienced in running very big, profitable global companies, but their corporate soul revolves around putting people first, bettering people's lives, being a force for good in the world, so you're in very good hands. Hey, get back with the person who shared this with you. If you have any questions, ask them. Let them know what stood out to you at the least. But if you do have those questions, they can point you to where you can find the answers easily. There's plenty of university studies. There's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal, but more importantly, more important than a third-party study or a third-party experience is a first-party study, a first-party experience. So look, if you want to be happier and healthier and live younger, stronger, longer, use ASEA for yourself and see what the big deal is about. More than that, if you have dreams and desires, if you want to be, do, have, and able to give more, if you want to help people be happier and healthier, if you want a better life, better income, better lifestyle, if you want to increase the prosperity of the planet, if you want to help others to better lives, incomes, lifestyles, if you want to make more of a difference in the world, you can become part of this redox reality and you can become more. And if you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, excuse me, you can better the lives of many, many others. And your life can become better in many, many ways. Money, yes, but many more ways, many more important ways than that too. So thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy. May you always be well. Again, my name is Stevie Aquilina, and I'm ever so grateful that you've chosen to join me.